We bleached my hair. I thought that was a strong creative choice right off the bat. So I was in it to win it. And then Hollie said, if you do the hair, you got to do the eyebrows. That I didn't appreciate.
Scene selection with Timothy Olyphant. Marker.
Couldn't have that just been my introduction right there? Did we not get that on camera? My name's Timothy Olyphant, and today I'm going to watch some scenes throughout my career. It's a little thing we call scene selection. Warned me of Mrs. Ellsworth's return, Charlie.
How the fuck when I was surprised myself?
Very least, not deposit her in my goddamn hotel. Oh, this is the wonderful Dayton Cali. This is a guy you just can't wait to show up and be able to shoot a scene with.
Hearst wants to buy my land, dangling big paydays through third parties. He's coming today himself.
Are you disposed? There's something wild about revisiting a role that you did 10 years prior, because two things kind of happen. One is you kind of get to settle back into something that's very familiar. And then there's this other thing where you're trying to see if you can do it any better than you did before. So in a way, someone's offering you another swing at it. Before negotiations commence, would I be out of place calling on Hearst myself?
I wondered too, might you procure me an infant's linen?
And you don't make a friend a stranger, Charlie. Declining walking beside you. Oh. What a lovely line. Did you hear the words coming out of my mouth? Oh my God, those are beautiful. What a writer. Oh, working for David Milch, it's a no-brainer. I don't care if he's just putting up, school plays. I'd show up, When someone handed me the Deadwood pilot script, I mean, within a page and a half, my jaw's, on the floor. It's just breathtaking. It was incredible at Hello. I just never read anything like it. I don't think many people had seen anything like it. It was really special. I can't believe I got to do that. They paid me for that. Walton Goggins. Now this is an actor. See this guy? He is a thespian.
Wear your suit.
Well, you say that as if I've only got the one and not a whole closet full.
I'm sorry. You didn't wear your black suit.
Well, I can see by the hitch in your step, you're still not 100%.
Yeah.
These are all great days on the set of Justified. Showing up, getting to work with him, you just know it's going to be just playtime. The characters are sparring, but we're sparring, He's throwing curveballs, I'm trying to throw, he's catching everything. It's just a ball. And, we're a pain in the at this point. This is like season 3. There's this whole thing about TV shows where they saying about how in the first season the actors are all working for the showrunners, but by the second or third they think the showrunners are working for them. No, see, at this point, we show up thinking everyone's working for us.
Mag's bank accounts have been seized along with her property, but there's still a sizable amount of money missing.
How sizable, Raylan?
Well over $10.
Well, now, if I found that kind of money, I'd be in Mexico by now.
Boy, I've been to Mexico. I don't think you'd like it.
How so?
There's a lot of Mexicans.
See, there's one of those lines where I know, we're just with each other. It's too much fun. I have a feeling that line where well over $10, which is really funny, and him then saying, if I had that kind of money, I'd be down in Mexico. I know that's the writers. The thing about you wouldn't like it, there's a lot of Mexicans down there, was something I added just to with Walt, because I know that he personally hates that his character had this racist past. And I knew that I personally kind of liked poking at it.
I am a deputy U.S. Marshal, Boyd.
You're Gibbons, Raylan.
And you think I'm going to hand a man over to you to be murdered like he is what? Some pig I borrowed from you?
You gave me your word.
I got half a mind to kick.
Come on. It's literally a punchline, like all good drama. This may have been David Milch inspired, because the season 2 of Deadwood, the first scene is Swearingen and Bullock getting a fight, right at Hello. And I think that was a conversation we may have had in the writer's room. I was in the writer's room all the time. I was in there months before we'd shoot. Not because I think I was necessarily adding a lot, but because Graham Yost was like, I'd rather have you come in the writer's room than call me at 1 in the morning asking me to rewrite. Hey, Rana. How are sales? Whenever I was hanging out with Sarah Polly on set or otherwise, I always thought, well, I'm certainly not the coolest person in the room. And I didn't even know what she was going to do with her life and career at the time. She's like a world-class director. She's also an incredible writer. The book is amazing. She's such an interesting woman. It's not like I'm in like a highly ethical industry, but goddamn, Ronnie, you fucked me over 20 lousy hits. This is a f***ing cool movie. John August wrote it, and Doug Liman directed it. These gentlemen are no slouches. And they just gave me all this cool stuff to say. I almost didn't get to be in this thing, too. I'm so lucky. I actually got fired from a job. My agent, God bless him, had the wherewithal to immediately call the people from this movie, Go. They had about to put out an offer to somebody else because I had passed to do this movie. And then he said, well, hold up. Tim might be available. And I didn't even check out of my hotel. I was out here in LA. I stayed and I shot this movie instead.
It's not what it looks like, okay? I mean, it sort of is actually, but it's complicated.
Not really.
I know I fucked up, okay? Please. I can make it up to you.
The last fucking person you should be expecting a favor from. We shot at the Santa Monica airport, and memorable because it was the first time I met a bunch of the other cast members, because it's a point in the movie where everyone kind of shows up at that spot. I remember really enjoying being able to like meet a lot of that incredible cast, like Taye Diggs and Scott Wolf. I felt like that's where we all finally met after having shot for weeks.
I have the money. I have more than I owe you.
So now you're an entrepreneur. I'm gonna let you in on a little something. I don't do a lot of preparation. I mean, that's not entirely true. I work very, very hard. Everybody knows that. I think that sometimes you read something and have a tone, that you think about, or a suggestion of how it kind of wants to feel tonally. Along the way, you commit to some mannerisms. It's all just funny voices after that. The writing, this character is like, you don't have to do a lot. It's really well written.
Line, go fetch her and tell her what?
Go fetch her and tell her I'll give her a fat $5 gold piece.
Right. Go fetch her and tell her I'll give her a fat $5 gold piece. She play her little chili pepper heart out, right?
Do you realize how good he is? That's Leonardo DiCaprio. So I recall, I needed the money. I think that's why I said yes to this one. Anyway, let's continue.
Got it. I ain't gonna hurt her.
The spit take got a lot, just like it was. Come on. Here's the deal, guys. That's a movie star doing crazy good acting. These things don't often come together.
I just want her to play the fiddle. Now go fetch her and tell her I'll give her a fat $5 gold piece. She play her little chili pepper heart out.
Here's what the guy on the right's thinking. He's right there. He's like, yeah, that's Leonardo DiCaprio doing his Leonardo DiCaprio thing. I mean, I'll watch this scene all day. I haven't seen this in a while, but it's a good movie.
What else you heard?
I heard you're pushing Lancer pretty hard, but Lancer's got money. At some point, he's gonna hire some guns. You see what's happening here? And push a little something called Quentin Tarantino doing his directing. And there's no coverage. That's the other thing. This guy, like, this is the shot. There is no like, oh, we have it from over here, we have it from over here. He's a director, not a selector.
Can we just go back, please? Can we just cut?
No, really, just
No, really, Sam, please. God,
maybe he already has. Maybe he already has.
God damn it! All right. Woo!
This whole thing is magic. I don't know how long I was on that set, like two weeks or something. It was the first couple weeks. Just chatting with Quentin about it from the start. That was lovely. Even if it didn't go past that, I would have been like, that was a good day. We did a read-through. Talk about a table. I mean, that was crazy. Ask me who was to my right. Pacino. Ask me, like, who's to the left. Margot Robbie. Oh, Pitt. It was just the coolest table. And you're working with Quentin, you're working just for one guy, There's no monitors on the set. There's no phones allowed on the set. There's no chairs on the set. Everyone by the nature of the world that he creates, we're just all hanging out, tight, close. Hair and makeup people, everybody's got to be in tight because they can't have phones, they can't take pictures. They just have to watch. There's no monitors, so they're just nearby. Everyone's just hanging out. There's no villages. There's no oh, they're over there and over there. Everyone's just in it. Plays Aretha Franklin's Chain of Fools when he wants the crew to come in. I mean, it's just a great set. And now for something completely different.
As long as we're together, I can handle whatever comes my way. Ah, not a spider guy.
Oh my God.
Mama.
No!
Drew Barrymore. These are the things when you're in high school, you don't see coming. I wasn't hanging out with my buddies at the canal, drinking Mickey's Big Mouth, saying, one day, Drew Barrymore, right here, in a little TV show with creatures. And once again, they're gonna pay me for all that. I had a ball. This was a show created by my dear friend, Victor Fresco. When Netflix said, hey, I think this will be it, season 3, you guys are done. We said, oh yeah? We're gonna write a cliffhanger and then we'll see who's done. Turns out we're done. They were like, yeah, go ahead. You guys wanna go out on a cliffhanger? Go out on a cliffhanger. We're Netflix, we got something else coming out the very minute this thing ends. In fact, we've got many things coming out from countries all over the world. So you guys write your little show, and thank you very much.
Joel?
Hello. I don't see any difference between drama and comedy. If there is a difference, I haven't figured it out. And by the way, I may not be doing it very well. People might be listening going, oh, that explains it. When I was doing Justified, I was given what I thought was a comedic performance. I'm looking for the joke, always looking for the joke. And then the key is just, what's the tone? I don't know, my favorite dramatic performances are funny. I kind of came up thinking, well, I was gonna try to, emulate those performances. Pacino was always funny, Meryl Streep's funny. Those performances where they won Oscars for very dramatic roles, I thought they always had a timing.
What is with this desk keeping us so far apart?
I've never been a desk man. Always traveling on the road. Hey, come on. Why not? Huh? Now, my understanding, popular show. Continue? You know what? I may have parked my car in a compact space, and I hate when I see others do
Danny,
that. So
I feel a real connection to you, and I gotta get real.
No, I'm going in. I'm going in. No.
Okay. Yep. I remember that show. Those guys haven't made. They were just showing up in this incredible comedy and smart writers. I remember doing a scene with Carell, which was very memorable. I'm embarrassed to say I'm frustrated to this day that I didn't get through it as better because what he was doing was such comedy gold.
Most sincere and humble apology. We were trying to watch you to see your sales technique so we could stop losing so many clients to you.
Watch from where?
A surveillance room next to this one.
Okay, so you...
I don't think Steve Carell thinks he's doing comedy. I think he's doing drama when you're working with him. And it's so beautiful to watch.
So that you could copy my sales technique.
Yes, and it's the sincerest form of flattery.
Or crazy.
Well,
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
And that's what makes it so funny. It was a pleasure to work with him. I enjoyed myself. He had it down pat. They all seemed to still be getting along. It was good to see. I'd known Rainn Wilson back in the 90s. I did a play off Broadway and he was my understudy. And now here I am showing up to his set and I know that he could buy all of my house and my whole family. You know what I mean? He could just take them from me. He's become rich and powerful. I was like, it's understudy.
Look, I know this is hard.
The Crazies. My dear friend Breck Eisner directed this. Frank's incredible. He made this film look like it's so much bigger and bigger budget than anything that we were playing with. I was playing another lawman, so it was a stretch for me, but I just said, you know what? I think I can do it. I like this film. It was a great little movie. We shot this in lovely Iowa. A good portion of it was a little town, I think it was Lenox, Iowa. Lovely little town. We ran this little lovely farmhouse outside of town. And then one night there was like, I was watching NBA Finals, and the thing came up about a tornado warning. Family was upstairs sleeping, and me being from California, I was like, should I be doing something here? And I don't want to call the ADs like an actor in the middle of the night saying, hey, what do I do? So instead, I called the local motel. There was a little motel in town, and I called the lady at the front desk, and I say, listen, I'm out staying I've rented this farm. And she's like, oh yeah, you're out there at the Smith farm. And I said, yeah. And there's this tornado warning there. I was like, is this probably just normal for you guys? It's not a big deal. And she says, oh, no, that's a new barn you got out there. I was like, as in the old one got taken out by a tornado. She says, I tell you what, if the alarm goes off for a tornado, I'll call you. And she said, if the sirens go off, I knew that lady at the front desk would give me a shout. And I was like, you know, small town living, this is not bad. Sydney Chandler, lovely, wonderful, professional. Used to be food, you know.
Me.
Humanity. It's a nice opening line. It's just strong. We shot that in Bangkok. Here was my impression of Bangkok. Hot. We bleached my hair. I thought that was a strong creative choice right off the bat, so I was in it to win it. And then Noah Hollie said, if you do the hair, you gotta do the eyebrows. That I didn't appreciate. But as my acting teacher, the late great Bill Esper once said to me, you gotta commit. Your lives were short and filled with fear. Then your brains grew. You built tools and used them to conquer nature. You built impossible machines. It's a nice speech written by Noah Hollie. And you stopped being food. It looks important. Or, I should say, you told yourself you weren't food anymore. I was quite fortunate to just get a call from Noah Hollie. He said he might have something for me. And I was like, great, I'll be there. And then he told me what it was. You know, I was like, oh, that sounds extra fun. At one point, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna maybe do a Michael Barbaro impression from the New York Times The Daily. But that almost seemed too weird. That was literally the starting point. I didn't feel pressure to the franchise in any shape or form. I felt inspired by the franchise. I'm a big fan of especially those first two movies, and I'm a big fan of the performances in those movies. When you take a job like this, you feel like, well, you want to respect the work that they did. In your own way, you want to try to have a little dialogue with them. Are there pressures? Yeah. They're going to put it on TV. You know, sometimes when you take a job and you do the work, you think, don't worry about it, no one's going to see it. But I get the impression a lot of people are going to watch this one. So I was like, you know, you should make a little extra effort. One of my favorite things to say on a set when they call cut is to say, don't worry about it, that's not going to be on TV. My other favorite thing is when it feels like it's going really well and they call cut, I say, that is going to be on TV. How fun is that? See what you did there? Hey, thanks for watching. It's like a performance.